Microphone, are you working? Because if you aren't working, I'm gonna be hella pissed off. Do me a favor before you start watching this video. Go to the little settings thing down below, like over, I think it's over here or over here. I'm not sure which side. I think it mirrors my camera. Go down here, click that little settings thing and go to the speed of the video and make it like 1.75 so that you can watch this video, the whole thing, and it will be a lot quicker. So yeah, just a little tip and enjoy watching. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to another video. So today's video, we're not doing a makeup tutorial, we're not doing a cooking video, we are doing a Q&A type situation. Basically, I always say basically a lot, I'm so sorry. So basically we're going to be doing a Q&A, and I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me questions on being an influencer, engagement, Instagram, and all of that whole like situation, because I feel like on a regular basis my DMs are filled with like just basic questions, and instead of me sitting for like 4 hours and replying to each person individually, I just put a poll on my story and I said, send me all your questions. So if you never sent them, that is your loss, because I'm going to be addressing all the questions I get on a regular basis, because it will literally just take me forever and be so time consuming to just reply to everyone individually when I can just do a video and send you the link. So that is basically what I'm going to do. So if you've sent me a DM, I'm just going to send you the link to this video so that you can just watch this and yeah, just have more of an understanding and just grasp the whole influencer in South Africa concept. I wanted to do this like mukbang style, but like I just made myself a cup of tea, and this actually looks like coffee, but it's one of those rooibos instant cappuccino things. These are so good. This is the fresh huck one, and honestly I've finished a whole box already, and they're super low like in calories for me, because this would be like me busting my sugar craving. And yeah, it's really nice. The poll I posted said, ask me any questions you've ever had about content creation, being an influencer, engagement, followers, likes, and just general Instagram questions. So without any further ado, don't forget to like this video if you enjoy it, subscribe to my channel, and also if you have any other questions that I didn't answer in this video, just leave them down below. Maybe I can do a part 2, or if it's not that many, I can just reply to you guys individually. Let's just jump straight into this video. Okay, wait, let me just put a quick disclaimer out there before I answer anything. I genuinely don't think I'm like the shit. Like I'm still very fresh on the scene, if I have to be honest with myself. Like I'm not anywhere near where other people are, and that's okay. I'm on my own journey, I'm on my own path. I don't really compare myself to others, but I just don't want anyone to get the wrong impression with this video and think that I think that I'm the shit, which I really do not. So I'm just basically going to be talking about my journey and myself, trying not to compare myself to others, because everyone has their own ship that comes in, and I genuinely don't think that my ship has come in yet. It will come in one day, but at the moment I'm also still growing. I'm still learning. I learn new things every single day about being a content creator and influencer in general, and yeah, we all learn more things every day because it is such a new field, and I know people are very confused with it and everything. But let me just put it in simpler terms. Influencers are basically the new form of marketing, because they build a relationship with their followers, and then brands want to work with you because they know if your followers trust you, there's more like opportunity for them to make their sales higher. And you know, it's basically like a TV ad, but you are the TV and you are making the ad, if that's the simplest way I can put it. And obviously a lot of people aren't watching TV anymore because there's things like Netflix and YouTube and all of that, and also DSTV, quite expensive, and half the time there's nothing on. So how long did it take for you to grow your following to at least 10k? So I've been on Instagram since I was 13. I opened my exact Instagram account when I was 13 years old in grade 7, and I've been posting since then. Like obviously back then it was just like me and then like my dogs, and then you know, like that was my feed post. And then so I used to do this thing which was really bad. My engagement was very, very low at 3 years ago. It was terrible because I used to do that thing. Remember that thing that we all did when we first started Instagram? If you haven't just opened your account, you did that thing where you did follow, unfollow. Stupid. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then at a stage there was also that thing on Instagram, like way back when, where there was this app called Tags for Likes. I'm not sure if you guys remember it. Like I've gone way back on Instagram, and that used to, like, I don't know, people used to search the hashtags that would come up on that app, and then your pictures would get more likes. But it doesn't work anymore because obviously Instagram has changed the engagement completely because they just have to. But yeah, that's what I used to do, and it was really bad. And that's why my following also grew so much when I was like no one on Instagram. Like I grew rapidly because I was following people and they'd follow me back and then I'd unfollow them. But obviously the people that I was following weren't actually interested in my shit. Like, they really didn't care. They were just like a number. And that's what you also have to remember. It's not about numbers, it's about engagement. And the higher your engagement, you can charge more, because realistically it's not really about numbers, because a number means nothing, but engagement means you can actually sell something, if you know what I'm saying. Sorry, I keep looking in the viewfinder, get used to it. Before I actually started doing it as like my job, I had like 10k followers. I think in 2016 I had 10k followers. I think around about there I hit 10k. Back then, also remember, the algorithm was very different, so it was very easy to grow because your posts were being showed to all of your followers, just depending when they were online. But now obviously half your followers aren't seeing your shit, so it's hard. So now it is very hard to grow, and I feel so sorry for people starting out now, especially on Instagram. That's why I really recommend YouTube, because YouTube still kind of allows you to grow a bit more. But basically, if you think about Instagram and TikTok, back in the day Instagram was as good as TikTok with like engagement and growing. Like, I remember my photos getting so many more like likes on Instagram and just impressions and everything, because the algorithm wasn't messed up. Like, you know, on TikTok you can go viral so quickly. Like, that's how the Instagram algorithm was. That's the only reason Instagram is just so complicated nowadays. It's because they really don't want small pages to thrive. Okay, sorry, that was a really long answer, but I have to get that out there, and this is going to be a very long video, so just get comfortable. That's why I made myself tea for my throat. Then someone asked, do you post pictures during certain times? When are people more active? So I don't. I used to do that whole like when to post app thing where it tells you when your best time is to post, but I just found like if I'm gonna do that, I just don't feel like it's very organic. I don't know, like it's just, it kind of matters more about how good your content is and how interested people are in what you're doing, because either way, if they're interested in what you're doing, even if they're not on Instagram and they're at work, they're gonna go home tonight and they're gonna go, oh, let me check what Sayla's up to, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, you kind of have to try and just keep people interested, because posting at certain times didn't help me at all, to be honest. Then someone says, how did you start to become an influencer? So basically, I was just posting makeup videos because I started doing makeup for clients in 2016. 2016 is when I started my whole situation. So I started doing makeup for clients, and then basically I just thought, like, I saw a whole bunch of people just posting like makeup videos and stuff, and I started watching YouTubers and makeup YouTubers and stuff, and then I thought to myself, like, oh, you know, like, why not just like post Instagram makeup videos? I mean, my quality and my content and my editing was atrocious at the time, but at the same time you have to start somewhere, and that's what I feel like everyone forgets, is you need to just start. You need to just get yourself out there, because if you don't, you're never gonna do it. And the more you try and make up excuses for yourself to not do it, and oh, I'm scared about what people will think, I'm scared about if it's gonna be good enough, listen, you have to just do it. You have to just post. You have to just block out what people could possibly think, because at the time when I started, I was still in high school, and obviously like I'm in a very small town and very small area where people aren't really that clued up on social media, if I must be honest. So I was really scared in the beginning, but I was just like, this is genuinely, I can feel this is my passion and this is my calling, and without this I don't know what I would be doing, honestly. And that's why you just have to start. Just block out what people could be possibly saying. If they're saying it, you can't hear it, so you know, it's not going to affect you unless they're saying it to your face. Then you just got to build up the courage and just try and ignore them. But other than that, like, just start, just post. And that's the same way I did. I just started posting videos, and then it flourished. Someone asked, what is the best way to get in contact with brands you want to work with? Before I actually knew what social media, like influencer and content creation all was, I never knew that like you could make money off social media. I mentioned this in my last video that I did with Kantara, and I genuinely didn't know like that you could make money on Instagram and that you could get in contact with brands. I only thought a brand will send you something if they want to, kind of vibes. Like, that's all I knew, like in general. Like, I never knew that you could get paid for posts and stuff like that. The best way I would say to get in contact with a brand is if you can find their email addresses. Like, usually if you just go like benefit PR manager, like their LinkedIn profiles will pop up, or find their email and then just email them, because usually it will, LinkedIn, I feel like everyone is on LinkedIn, even though like we're not really, like we don't really use it, but everyone has like a profile, and usually if they work for a company it will be on their profile. So if you just Google it, it will literally pop up. It will be like whoever, whatever, benefit PR manager or marketing manager or brand manager, and that's how I kind of do it. If I want to get on a PR list, that is what I'll do. And then I'll just pop them an email and then I'll be like, hi, I'm Sayla, da, 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 da. This is me, this is what I do, and I just wanted to find out if I can be on your PR list and receive PR so I can let followers know and just my audience know about new releases and whatever, and try products out and do reviews, etc. And that's kind of just how you do it. Like, you just have to Google the names, Google the brand, and always say PR manager South Africa, because obviously the ones in America and all over will also pop up. So that's kind of how I do it if I want to get in contact with a brand. Or I will ask another influencer that I'm friends with. Like, I don't just ask any influencers, like I'll ask another influencer that I'm like good friends with, or just wait for brands to contact you. If you are taking it really seriously, a brand will find you eventually. The next one is, how do you edit your IGTV videos? I use iMovie on my MacBook. It's just a really good straightforward editing program and it's free, it works. And another one, so that is if you have a MacBook, an Apple laptop, or a Mac desktop. But if you have a Windows laptop, I have seen there's an editing app called Filmora, and I think it's like 800 Rand for like the entry level pack, and then 1,000 something for the full package, and then you've got it forever. And I've seen it's really good. They've got really good transitions. I've seen a lot of ads on Instagram, on YouTube, of like the ads before video of the Filmora situation, and it looks really good. So I use iMovie, but I have seen Filmora is quite good. And let me just add this in, I film with a M50 Canon, and at the moment I'm using the standard lens on the camera, and then I've got a Rode microphone that plugs straight in, doesn't need batteries. Simple, basic setup, softbox, one ring light. Just gonna add that in there, and then a tripod. That's all you need. How to not get embarrassed starting out. Guys, you are gonna feel embarrassed even though you shouldn't. And if it's a passion, you should never feel embarrassed about what you're passionate about. Stop caring. When you are in this situation, you stop caring what people think about you, because there is always going to be people that have negative opinions about you, negative things to say, and then it's just funny, like the negative, like that one negative comment always just outweighs the positive, and it sucks, but it's just life. You genuinely just have to not care at all. What is the best way to start being an influencer? Do you need to start makeup tutorials? No. Okay, so you don't have to just be a makeup influencer. There are so many different categories or niches, shall I say, that you can go into. There's health and fitness, like you can be a food person, you can be a makeup person, you can be what is the girl boss category. So that's basically like telling people how to grow on social media and just coaching people on social media marketing and all of that. And there's honestly so many different categories that you can just find that works best for you. But if you're passionate about something, it's not hard to find your niche. And I find that my niche is beauty, so makeup and beauty and stuff like that, because I do a lot of makeup tutorials and stuff. But then I also feel like I've started like dabbling into like food and cooking, and it seems to be quite a hit with my audience. So I just feel like mine is makeup, food, and then a little bit of lifestyle and just general beauty stuff. So like hair and, you know, like skin and just beauty in general. And then also I'm trying to go into the food situation, but I'm obviously not gonna like make that my full niche. I'm just gonna add that, incorporate it into my channel. So it's just about finding your niche and just realizing what works for you and what you're actually passionate about, because passion will get you to the top, honestly. And the best way to start is just to start. Post a fitness video of your favorite leg workout, post a basic everyday makeup look, post a basic roast chicken recipe, you know, just start with something simple and basic and just get it out there. And let me just add one thing into this. So I have noticed that if you're just going to post photos of a product lying in your hand on a fluffy carpet or whatever you're going to do, if you're just going to post a photo and put a review in the caption, I can tell you for a fact that video or that photo is not going to get attention. It's not going to get reach. No one is going to care, because half the time if you're scrolling to your Instagram feed, you don't stop on a product. You stop on someone's face. You stop on someone's video because you want to see what's happening. So rather take a photo of your face with the product so that your face is in the photo, so it attracts people's attention, and then have a few slides. So one of your face, one of you maybe holding it, or one of it on your face, like you've just applied it on your face and you've taken a photo. Like, do fun things to keep your audience interested, because half the time if I just see a photo of a product on a fluffy pillow or whatever, I don't care. Like I just scroll past past it, because I genuinely am a lazy person when it comes to reading. I hate reading, but obviously if I have to, I will. But I generally don't just sit and read product reviews on Instagram. I would rather watch a product review video. That is just something to keep in mind if you want to do like beauty reviews and stuff. Okay, unpopular opinion. Blogs, I don't think are going to be going around for a long time still, because people are getting more and more lazy every single day to even just read descriptions of like which products were used in a makeup video. Like I experience this on the daily. Like I literally post makeup tutorials. I list every single product I use, even if it's something as simple as pure glycerine soap for my eyebrows. But then someone will still go and comment, what did you use in your eyebrows? And I'm just like, are you joking? So just think about, if you're too lazy to read someone else's description, do you think people would read your description? Just think about it like that. Like if you don't want to do it, then why do you think other people would? So yeah, that is basically just my 2 cents. Someone asks, it's about gaining followers again, but they said, did you wait until it happened, or do you promote your posts to get more reach? So I don't really promote my posts. I just, if a post does badly, it does badly, and then that's pretty much it. But the key is to creating content that is shareable. So not really like funny memes. Obviously like people always share a funny meme or whatever, but like just something that's like kind of relatable and something that people could use. I don't know how to really explain it. Like an everyday makeup tutorial explaining just basic things, or like how to cover acne video, or how to just things that people struggle with. Find the things that people really can't do and target them, because a lot of people can't do half the stuff that you think everyone can do. I always forget that not everyone can do makeup. Not everyone can put on a full face like me. So that's what my main target point is. I try and target all the people that can't do makeup. Like I try and just make everything as simple and as basic as I possibly can, so that I can target that large group of people. It's all about finding and creating shareable, easy, relatable content. How is it like being a content creator in such a small place like PE? I'm from a smaller town. From J-Bay, Jeffreys Bay, and I recently, well not recently, I've been living in PE for a year now, and I'm supposed to be living there now, but corona. So I find it, if I put a lot of effort and time into creating content and posting it online, like it doesn't really matter where I am, because half the time like there's only so few and so little events in general, like in Cape Town and Joburg, so it doesn't really affect me that much. Like obviously I do get a little bit of FOMO, because half the time I am invited to these events, but obviously I'm not there and I can't go, and then they obviously don't have the budget to fly some influencers out. So yeah, it is tough in the sense that I feel left out sometimes, but at the same time I know that if I stay in my own lane and just create content and keep my audience and my people happy, then I'm happy. And that's kind of like, I do it for myself, but I also do it for the people who watch me, and I try and always create as much content as possible that people want to see and want to watch. But I don't find it hard at all, because I'm used to it, so it's not like I'm out of my comfort zone. I'm completely in my comfort zone. It's just tough when it comes to things like events. Like that's the only time I feel like, oh, maybe I should move, because obviously I want to be at all of these events. I want to be around like-minded people, because it's just so amazing to be around everyone in the same industry struggling with the same things. It's honestly, events are just amazing and I love them so much. I just love being around everyone and it's just awesome. So someone asked, do you deal with a lot of negative people, especially when you first started? So when I first started, I didn't really have lots of hate, because I was like, I don't know, like no one, like what are you gonna hate on, honestly? Like there's nothing to hate on. So I never had hate when I started, but recently, I don't know where one of my Instagram videos ended up. Somewhere along the line it was shared somewhere, but I can't see where it was shared. Like I don't know how, but somehow the video was shared enough times to the point where it got like 150,000 views, which is quite a lot of views for someone with only 22,000 followers. It's a lot of views when I usually only get like 7,000. But obviously it was being exposed to a lot of different countries, and I could see my international followers were like going up and stuff. So it was like there was so many negative comments on the video, like about stupid things. Like it was a video doing a hairstyle and I used my clip-in ponytail and I did like 2 pieces in the front of my hair curled, and then I did a ponytail curl. Basically, sorry, my throat is so itchy. It's like so weird. I think I'm talking too much. But basically people were just like, it was such a random spontaneous video when I was filming it. Like I didn't think anything of it. Like it was actually like one of my friends came over and she wanted to film a day in the life of an influencer, and I just had to create a video for her video. My armpits weren't shaved, but I don't shave my armpits. I get them waxed. So, you know, you obviously have to grow your hair out a bit. And it always looks so hectic when it's a girl. I don't know why. Everyone's so like offended when they see armpit hair on a woman. My armpit hair was long, like slightly longer than normal. And oh my goodness, these people freaking freaked out on me. They were like literally going at me like, how can you teach someone hair when you don't even know how to shave your own armpits? Like the comments, if you go on that video now, if you go on that video, you can see how rude the comments are. Like, it doesn't bother me though, because it's like, just fucking stop. Like, it's got nothing to do with you. If I actually don't want to shave my armpits and I don't care to shave my armpits, I don't have to. I really don't have to. I'm actually like shook at like how negative people can be for stupid things. Like, it's almost like they're genuinely so jealous that they can't not comment on something rude. But only recently, like every now and then on my YouTube videos or on my Instagram videos will I get a negative comment, and then obviously in the DMs people are just sour. Honestly, they are just so sour and sad with themselves that they just find the need that they must try and break someone else down that's happy with themselves. Yeah, it doesn't bother me because I have very thick skin and I've grown up always having thick skin and always, but just like very like, I know my shit, I know who I am, I know what I want and what I don't want. So when people come at me, I'm just like, that's so cool. Like, that is awesome. Like, I'm so happy for you that you are so upset. Like, shame. How did you start properly? I started. I just started. I started posting almost daily. How to grow your engagement and get in touch with clothing brands. So what I've noticed is being yourself and being real and just being like exactly who you are in real life on Instagram. It really helps with people relating to you and growing your engagement, because then they genuinely care about you because they can see who you are. And I feel like if you can't see who someone is, you can't really relate or actually build, even though you're probably not talking to them, you're probably just listening to them speak. You just can't build like a connection to them, if you know what I'm trying to say. So be real, be raw, be yourself, and your engagements and people caring and people taking your advice will grow. So you just have to be patient. I mean, it's taken me 2.5 years, almost 3, to actually get to where I am now, and I only feel now that I'm starting to see results from all the work that I put in from the past 2 years. So it's all about time. You're not just you can't just start and in the next 2 months be upset that you're not growing. Like, I'm sorry, unless you go viral on like YouTube or something, then maybe, but other than that, you have to be patient, you have to be hardworking. It just doesn't come overnight. Like, really, it does not come overnight. It's hard work. What's the best thing about having become a successful influencer? So I don't think that my phone shush. So I don't think that I'm 100% super successful yet, because I mean, there are still some months where it's just like really tough out here. I do try and save as much money as possible, but I mean, shit happens. And so I don't think that I'm 100% successful yet. I mean, I've only been at it for 2 years. So a lot of the other people in the same field as me have been here for a long time, like almost 6-7 years, and I've only been here for 2. So I do think that I'm growing quite quickly, but at the same time, it's just like, I don't think I'm all the way there yet. I'm not happy with where, well, I'm happy with where I am, but I can do better, and I know I can do better, and I really want to get my international following and my international audience up, because it would be good to be a little bit more worldwide known rather than just South Africa, and not even all of South Africa. So yeah, I don't think I'm successful yet, but it does feel great, and it does feel awesome to know that your hard work does pay off. How much and in what ways has your life changed since gaining a following? My life hasn't changed much. I mean, I am more cautious of what I say and what I do, because you can get cancelled really easy here on social media, from what I've noticed. So I don't say things that can get me cancelled, because I don't want to be controversial. And whereas before I could just say whatever I wanted to say because no one cared. And then what else? My life is pretty normal, but yeah, my life hasn't really changed at all since gaining a following. Like, it's exactly the same. I'm just a little bit more, I think, confident and less self-conscious as I was. And then someone asked, how does getting paid work in your industry? So getting paid as an influencer, it's basically like completing a job and then just getting paid, but it obviously takes a lot longer sometimes when it's worked different companies or whatever. I guess it would be this, it's literally the same as like any other job. Like if you do work, you get paid. It's like a freelancing job. What's one thing you hate and love about being a content creator, and who's one person who inspires you? So one thing I hate is editing. I've mentioned this a couple of times. I really hate editing with a passion. And the part I love is just my audience interacting with me. I've said this a few times. Like I really enjoy when you guys send me DMs, send me messages, just send me like stuff you want me to do, video ideas, just interacting with me. Like I really enjoy that. Tagging me in your stories, I love that so much. And someone who really inspires me, I would say one of my favorite YouTubers to watch at the moment is Sammy Robertson. Like I just love her vibe, I love her energy. She's just so chill, and I just love how she doesn't really care what people think, and she is just genuinely herself. Like I really love watching her. She does a lot of like fashion and then like just lifestyle vlogs, and I just love watching her life. Has it been difficult leaving school and following this path? Okay, so I am at the end of this year, I'll be 2 years out of school, and honestly it's been the best decision of my life. I hated school with a passion. Everyone who knows me knows I hated school. So with leaving school and doing this full-time, I really started in matric doing this almost full-time. Like obviously every day I come in from school, I'd film a video, I'd post a video, post on my stories, just make sure that people know I'm alive and I'm thriving. And from there, like last year, I tried my hardest to put all my efforts into going full-time, and I posted quite a lot of content last year, I like to think so. But yeah, it's not the easiest thing, but it is challenging sometimes, especially when you don't have campaigns and shit's just not going good. It's honestly one of the most rewarding jobs ever, and I love it so much. Like I honestly wouldn't trade what I do for anything, because I don't know what I would trade it for, honestly. I really love what I do. I only have an iPhone. How can I create content and gorgeous photos? So with my videos, I use a camera, but honestly I've seen so many people that use their iPhones. I know the iPhone 11 Pro has got like really insane camera quality, but I've got the XS, and for my photos I only use my iPhone. Like every now and then, like a selfie if it's in this background will be on my camera, but most of the time it's on my iPhone, front camera and back camera. One thing when it comes to videos, just make sure if you're going to use your phone, record on the back camera, because the front camera obviously isn't as high quality and as sharp. And basically what you want to do is you want to get yourself like a mini tripod and pop your phone on your tripod, either landscape or portrait, however you want to film, and then try and wherever you put it have like a little mirror like this. So get like some sort of mirror like this type of vibe, so that you can put it behind the phone so that you can see the screen, but it's still, you know, like if you know what I'm trying to say. So like you're looking into the mirror, but you can see the screen on your phone, so that you can kind of see what you are doing, and then obviously have another mirror for yourself. But that is one of the only things I can give you advice on, because I never filmed on my iPhone like videos at all, because I always had someone with a camera near me. In the beginning I didn't have my own camera, I used my grand's camera, and then I used a friend's camera for a while, and then after that I bought my own camera, and then it was the Canon 650D. I bought it from my sister's boyfriend, and then I got my M10, then I sold my M10, then I got my M50. So this is my current camera. I love it so much because it's just straightforward and basic, and that's all you need. Like you don't need the most expensive equipment. Like you just need a basic quality camera, and that's what I feel like people are always forgetting. Like they always want to get the most expensive camera, and you don't need that, honestly. How to become comfortable in front of a camera. So you just need to do it. So you just need to sit and talk to a lens and just get comfortable with it, because yeah, it's awkward in the beginning, but it's just something that you gotta do. So it's just lots and lots of time in front of the camera. You just get comfortable in front of the camera. You obviously mean subscribers. How many subscribers do you need on YouTube to get a monthly income? On YouTube you make money, sorry I keep knocking my makeup thing, you make money based on views. So you need 1,000 subscribers and you need 4,000 watch hours. So basically then you can monetize your channel, and then you can start running ads on your videos, and the more people that watch the ads, that means you get paid more money. So it depends on views. You don't get like a certain set amount every single month. Obviously you have to put in the work to get the money, as anything. But yeah, it just depends, and it's usually about like per 1,000 views you get like $2 or 500 views. I'm not sure. It like changes all the time. It's like quite weird. Like I've tried to understand the YouTube money making system, but like some videos will make more than others, because I do understand it to a certain extent. If you have more international viewers, like European viewers on your videos, you get paid more because obviously the euro is stronger than the dollar and stronger than the rand. So if you have more European followers or subscribers, shall I say, or more European watchers, you get paid more. So I have noticed that. So when one of my videos went it got 400,000 views on YouTube, a lounge underwear haul, and when that video got 400,000 views, it kind of made more money than a normal video would make, obviously because it got more views, but it made more money because it was monetized and people were watching it from other countries. So obviously in South Africa, when people just watch my videos here, we don't make that much money. With a video that hits about 400,000 views, you can make about 1,000 rand plus, if you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, it just kind of depends on the amount of views and where your viewers are based. How long did it take to get successful? So it's taken me about 2.5 years now to get to where I am now. It's a long process, so don't just think it's gonna happen overnight. Where would you like to end up living? I think in the long-term future, maybe Cape Town. I'm not really 100% sure yet. Maybe I'll stay here for the rest of my life and maybe just travel up there when I need to and travel up to Joburg. But yeah, at the moment, I really do at least want to move to Cape Town for a year. Like, that will be awesome. Just like move there for a year, live in Cape Town for a year, and then, you know, like, I'm still young and I still want to experience things. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope I answered all your questions. I don't think there's anything more I could possibly address with how to become an influencer. Literally just start. Let me know down below what you thought of this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!